Focus, actually, was it that? I can't remember the introduction that we did for videos. Anyway, what's going on, everyone? It's time for another feature match. My name's Riley, here with Stacking 60s. My other hosts are, of course, Toffel Severin.
Woo!
Okay, great. Yep, fantastic introduction from him,
Well,
as usual.
you forgot, it's reigning feature match champion, Toffel.
Excuse me, reigning feature match champion,
right.
Toffel Severin. And that little boy hunched over in the corner crying is, of course, Jamin Kauf. Jamin, you've brought Mono Red with Chandra as your commander, and you're going to face off against Toffel playing the Scarab God. You think it's a pretty good matchup for you?
Yes, indeed. I think Toffel's deck is too slow to beat the mono red aggression.
Toffel?
I mean, it's not fast, but slow is kind of rough. Like,
Well, we're going to find things out
needs
once
its
and
time,
for all
you know?
here, because of course the Scarab God was pegged as sort of the premier threat. It was going to be the biggest, baddest thing that everyone had to overcome in Brawl once the format was announced. Obviously, that wasn't true. Let's see if Toffel's got the goods to get up and about against Jamin here. We'll kick things off. Now,
Obviously, Toffel was lucky winning the die roll.
obviously, always lucky, always lucky. So we're looking at Toffel's hand. We're playing the game from his perspective. And Jamin, we've got your hand set up there. That looks like a bit of a clunker.
What? It has 1 drop, 2 drop.
we already
Seems pretty
see
bad,
the,
to be honest.
the draft
I mean,
shaft.
You've got a 5-drop and only 2 lands. I don't know how you're winning this game.
Well, yeah, I did draw 3 of my 5 top-heavy cards, but, going 1 drop into 2 drop isn't too bad.
Well, you're just not very good at this game, whereas Toffel's hand is perfect. Look at that. It's just... This is exactly what you want in a control deck. You want lands and 5 drops,
whenever-
constructed staple 5 drops there, Toffel.
Yeah, whenever I see this card's body parts tickle, it's so...
Okay, all right. Well, you'll have to save that for our X-rated version that's coming to our patron-only NSFW version here.
Hello!
Oh,
And
off the
of
top.
course, I think you're promised to draw Search for his counter on turn 2 as soon as you play any slow deck.
Yeah.
That's just how it works, apparently.
It's kind of like a pseudo-commander, right? It's always there on turn 2.
Yeah.
Hey, Jamin is pretty lucky with the 3-drop in the mountain, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. See, all this complaining about Toffel being the lucky one, Jamin, and you're drawing like an absolute god here.
Don't mention that.
Here's a question. If you could play Search for Escanta as your commander, how good would that deck be?
Ooh.
It has to be mono blue, but you don't have to worry about card advantage anymore. It might just be very, very good.
Also, you could play cards like strategic planning and stuff just for it. Like,
Oh yeah, to flip it over. Nice.
would
and
you
quick.
play like this cycle card that mills 5? Probably, right?
So meanwhile, Jamin is getting it done with Thriving Grubs here. Wow, this is huge stuff from you. And giving it haste as well. Oh, Jamin, what impressive stuff from you, my friend.
Well, I expected Toffel to have a removal spell, so I decided to play the worst
I have
creature.
one.
Oh, he's got just the straight up 3-for-1 here. Easy.
Although, like, you don't use this expertise to its full potential. You could have cast the Syncopate off of it.
Yeah. I see.
No, wait, no, he couldn't.
Right,
Of course.
No, he couldn't. There was no target for it.
Yes.
The expertise.
The expertise is still on the stack.
Is it? No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
As you can see, Riley is an
No, it's not on the
a
stack.
genius when it
Okay,
comes
all right.
to
No.
magic rules.
Get stuffed. I bet you 5 boosters. You can't target a Yenny's expertise with a Syncopate out of your own hand.
Can you
Easy
do that
peasy.
twice? Yeah, I want to get in on that.
So I'm betting 5 boosters against both of you.
Yes.
All right, yes,
Okay,
sure.
all right, fine, easy game, easy money. Enjoy the 10 boosters that are coming away from Toffel and Jamin next month, patrons. Here's the Scarab God right on time. Turn number 5 for you, Toffel. That's good stuff.
I mean,
But I think
it
this is
literally
actually-
says on the card you can cast it like as a card effect.
Yeah, but the by the time that effect resolves, it's not as you cast it.
What?
It's as the Yenny's expertise resolves.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what Riley thinks here. We'll just have an answer afterwards.
Yeah.
I actually want to point out that this is like somewhat of an interesting decision here for me on my turn, I
Okay,
would say.
go on.
Because it's between playing Fleet Wheel Cruiser or Einkrop Crasher. Crasher preventing the Scarab God from blocking, but Fleet Wheel Cruiser attacking in for 5. If Toffel doesn't block, he goes down to 4, which I think he can't do. So my train of thought was that this Fleet Wheel Cruiser is basically like a time walk.
Mm-hmm.
Which is
No,
reasonable.
so-
Like,
Yeah, so I decided against the 3-2 haster. Obviously, Toffel is lucky and draws the card that like gives him a better play than playing the Scarab God this turn.
Yeah, of course. The Torrential Gearhulk coming
Actually,
right
but,
on
like,
time.
I don't know. Like the playing Crusher is pretty oppressive. I think I like Crusher more.
Last turn, but then it's exerted this turn, and you
Yeah,
can just
okay, but I still have to deal with it. You can still play the Cruiser after. Like getting the 3 damage in is pretty good. And also Glorybringer is pretty important.
Yeah, but none of this matters because Toffel, you're just drawing like an absolute fiend here.
No, of
With
course.
the torrential Gearhulk to tuck away. Yeah, of course it doesn't. I mean, ultimately, this gold
What
conversation
else
is pointless.
did you expect?
I mean, come on. I'm not playing this deck to draw bad. Like,
Yeah,
doesn't make
okay,
sense.
well, that's the plan. As long as you can draw perfectly, then this deck's always going to be fantastic. You know, just snap off the block here? Yeah, obviously, what are you thinking about?
Yeah, any burn that hits the Torrential Gearhulk is more valuable than...
No, I mean like a Lightning Strike kills the Gearhulk, right?
Yes, but that's like... If you don't block, then you take 6 and go to 3 if I have a Lightning Strike anyways.
Which you did have, so what was you thinking there, Jamin?
I decided that I don't win this game by attacking on the ground anymore, so
Okay.
given that my only ground attacker is Ancrop Crasher and Toffel's hand is pretty stacked. Like, he still has 3 cards in hand at that point. I know that one of them has a Scarab God, though.
Yeah, but you also know there must be something because I didn't play the Scarab God.
Well, yeah, but you didn't do that last turn. Last turn you played the Scarab God.
Yeah, so then it's not guaranteed that you
Yeah,
drew the
that's why I
Gearhulk
should
last.
have something that is...
Yeah, of course, but that's why I decided against Lightning Striking the Gearhulk.
Yeah.
So cast down before the Glorybringer can even attack there. And still sandbagging that counter spell. The Golden Demise is a pretty good one in situations like against this deck. Has this card been performing well for you, Toffel?
The Golden Demise?
Yeah.
It's really good against red decks. Like, all the efficiency that red decks get by playing 1-drops and 2-drops is just you can catch up by having cheap sweepers or having sweepers in general, which is not the usual for Brawl decks.
Thanks,
right?
Toffel.
Like,
And
they're often
yeah,
used-
thank
what are
you,
your thoughts
Toffel.
on that?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the card, Jamin?
I'm like a very bad player, and like this Brawl thing is like over my head. Like it's
No, it's not
everybody's
over your
playing,
head.
but
You're like 10 feet tall. It's definitely not over your head.
yeah, no. I like usually I just roll a die if I want to play any card, and so yeah, that's my strategy.
So easy game, easy life there for Toffel picking up game number 1. Now, how many games do you play here? Is it best of 3 or best of 5?
We are playing a best of 3 here.
Okay.
My hand this time is a bit more land heavy, so I'll be guaranteed to cast the Chandra on turn 4. Also have some late game burn that doesn't really have target as creatures, but can target Toffel's face really well.
There's another search res counter on turn 2, but I mean, you've got those 1/1s for 1. Look,
This is basically the same game, right?
it is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's turn 1/1/1, turn 2 the Archer into Toffel's Search for his counter.
Now, Toffel, I noticed that your basic lands aren't matching there,
What?
and a very subtle attempt it is to rather than that egregious, obnoxious garbage that you've had in the past. But don't think it hasn't escaped my notice. You're not getting away with that one.
Well, it is fairly easy to have matching basic lands on Magic Online, and quite the challenge to get different basic lands.
Yeah. It's actually harder to go out of your way to make sure that they don't match. So you are truly history's greatest monster.
So
You're under a bit of
also,
pressure here, though. Look at this. This is
Moment
better
of
stuff
Craving
from you,
was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do get to keep up the pressure here.
Yeah.
I don't cast the Chain Whirler, I'm still scarred from that Yahini's expertise last game.
But if I play now Craving, I guess it's fair. Although I
Yeah,
would
but
cast
this
Craving
way-
also if I would have the expertise. I guess.
Yeah, I guess you would have to if I played the Chain Whirler. Whatever, this way I get to resolve Chandra, hoping that Toffel can't kill her, and as we can see right now, he can't.
So it's a nice one, really. We see this in Standard as well, right? All of the red decks having really diverse, resilient threats that attack on multiple angles, and having a Planeswalker basically always in your hand must be a big game.
Yeah, a Planeswalker is a really big game, especially if Toffel, as we could see last turn, couldn't handle it. But it's not very good if he draws the answer.
If you just top decks like an absolute ferocious fiend like he continues to do. This is going to be a good turn, though, because you've still got this... I don't even know the name of this stupid card. What's the 1/1 for 1 that gives them haste? Hasty Boy? Haste Man.
Insight, Bloodlust Insider?
Bloodlust Inciter. yeah.
Bloodlust Insider. Okay, so that's going to incite that Goblin Rabble
Oh,
Master.
look,
Goblin
Hostage Checker is
Chain
also
Whirler, sorry.
like a pretty good card, but unfortunately...
you know, he tries to top deck his way out of it, but he doesn't quite get there. Given that I do have the Flame Lash in hand.
Oh, and the Open Fire as well.
Yeah, both very mighty cards.
But see, this is very unlike you. I mean, you're playing Open Fire, which I believe was a rock-solid first pick in
yeah, that was a great draft card.
It's very unlike you. Surely you should be playing some clunky 3-drop, 4-drop burn spell that does 3 damage to the face and 2 damage to a creature or something. Actually, that's still a pretty good card.
Look at this hand, please. Isn't that the dream?
Yes, of course it's the dream
it's
against mono red.
Isn't that the dream?
It's also, pretty good.
Look at it.
That's pretty funny. Oh dear. So Toffel, I know that you pay extra for Magic Online Premium. Yeah. So is it handy? Having the stack deck option?
I just want to look at how I never had it on my opener hand.
Yeah.
And then
it's always fine at the top of your library.
Also, look, I will probably not cast anything because I have the expertise, and it's so good.
Yeah, the expertise is pretty dirty here.
Jeez, and just and life gain removal spells as well. I mean, okay, we went into this knowing that, I mean, you were going to play mono red, and Toffel, you're going to play the Scarab God. Toffel, is this actually the real list that you would play in the leagues, or is this just designed to beat up on mono red?
No, this is actually the list we posted a few episodes ago.
Oh, so there's no cheat skis here. There's no underhanded
there are no cheats. These are the lists that we posted on our website. Yeah, otherwise, I wouldn't be running too many removal spells.
We decided that...
I mean, I'm not questioning your integrity. I think Toffel being a super little bugger would just go in. Oh, I'll just pop it Essence Extraction. Oh, Moment of Craving seems very good against Jamin. I wouldn't put that past
I don't want to lose my championship title here. So.
He could go and probably edit that deck list as well. I mean, we better keep an eye on this.
Oh yeah, that's a risk. All right, so we have a nice little interaction upcoming. I think. I think it's this turn, where I will cast Chandra. And lucky as Toffel is, he has the perfect answer, right?
Of course,
you see the Immortal Sun in his hand.
Yeah.
So while we were recording, we were obviously talking to each other, trash talking, to throw each other off.
Jeez, I would love to hear some of that as well.
So at this point, I'm pretty desperate, right? Because my only last hope is this Phoenix. I don't really have anything else going on because my Chandra has just been shut off. Toffel draws 2 cards a turn, is close to flipping as Kanta. Toffel isn't quite as optimistic about his position because
I was optimistic. I was very optimistic. Look at it. I have an Iskanta and an Essence Extraction. What can you do? Chandra is not that bad. I've just realized a few turns after, it's like you could have used your Chandra.
So after the next turn or somewhere, he goes and asks me, "Well, you could have at least went to Ultimate Chandra, right? You didn't have to concede.
Why wouldn't you activate? So you're just stone cold forgetting to activate Chandra there. You mean, geez, you're bad. You're so bad.
Yeah, a terrible play on my side. You see, I tried to deny some life gain from Toffel by killing my own Phoenix in response to the Essence Extraction.
Stone Cold Blanksky otherwise, yep.
Yeah, and I was trying just to get cards into the graveyard for the Iskanta.
So Toffel, you didn't realize that the Immortal Sun is... I mean, it does a bunch of stuff, but you didn't realize that it hoses Planeswalkers.
I wouldn't say not realize, I just forgot.
Sure. Okay, so you're unaware of it. So do you know that it also gives you creatures +1/+1, or has that fact escaped your notice as well?
No, that actually is still on the card when it's on the battlefield right now. Like, you can see that things cost less, you draw a card, and they get +1/+1.
The first one is players can't activate loyalty abilities of Planeswalkers.
Yeah, I mean, it's right there on the card as well, buddy.
It's the first line.
It's the first
Come on, how unlucky can one person...
Did you get bored after Legendary Artifact?
Wow, 6 mana legendary art. Yeah, it's gonna be good enough.
It's probably good. I'll just put it in there.
I mean, it's also something that you as a player don't really realize, right? Because you have this artifact in play and your opponent tries to do something they can't.
Well, no, it is something that you as a player realize, because usually I read the entire text of a card before I put it in my deck. I mean, maybe I'm weird in doing that, but that's kind of my approach. And Toffel, another easy game.
So Toffel wins this feature match after me not activating Chandra for 3 turns in a row. And
what
actually,
a scrub.
If I had activated Chandra, that might have been a decent threat, you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
If only you could have broken the rules of Magic to do that. Now, Toffel, are you going to give him the still had all these right now after drawing a million extra cards?
I don't think he has revealed the hand. I don't think he did.
So a savage
So
misplay
that
there.
was the point. You see, when I highlighted it, when I read it again.
Oh right, that's you being like, oh,
It's like,
it's actually quite good.
I didn't know that.
You are such a goober, mate. Oh well, there we go. So Toffel, you hold on to your championship as the reigning back-to-back champ of the feature match. Jamin, you're going to have to bring the fire next time, my friend.
I will have to. I will have
but-
to do something about that.
All right, drum roll.
Well, there's no point in doing a drum roll. You need to explain what you're about to explain to people.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Explanation drum roll. Okay.
Slightly different.
So we're resolving the bet that was just made, I guess. After you see this, if you saw this, you will see also the resolution happening right now.
There is a resolvation.
So it was about Yaheni's expertise, or basically any expertise, and a counterspell, basically any counterspell. So the question was, can we target the expertise with the counterspell? And
using the ability of the expertise.
exactly. And I asked in the judge room, I also read the card and read the tooltip to it, and it says, while you're casting your free spell, the expertise spell is still on the stack. It will be put into its owner's graveyard after the free spell is cast. The free spell cannot target the expertise card in your graveyard.
Ha.
What? Yeah, wait. Can you repeat that last sentence?
Yeah, wait. Let him celebrate, please.
It can't
Yeah.
It cannot target the spell. It can't, because it's not on the stack. It's in the graveyard, so you can't cast Syncopate off of the trigger from a.
Right, you're
and the
so
Syncopate wouldn't work
smart.
anyway because you can't pay
You're-
X for it. So there's
Yeah,
no
right. That's
situation
another
in
thing
which
that doesn't happen, right? Oh, you're so smart.
Okay.
There's no situation in which it would work where you could syncopate your own Yaheni's expertise. So you both are idiots, and you both have to put in 5 boosters. I'm the king, I'm the champion. Whatever. Get stuffed.
But wait, there's more.
Because what did your last sentence say, Toffel? It
The free
cannot
spell
target the
can target
expertise.
the expertise card in your graveyard. It can target the expertise spell on the stack, but the expertise spell will become illegal target before the free spell resolves.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So it
you
doesn't
can't-
work.
No, you
can
can
target
the counter spell and play it, but
It doesn't
you-
work. Okay, I said you can't syncopate a Yaheni's expertise using its own thing. You can't. You
Well,
can't
of
do
course
it.
you can.
Yeah,
You can't.
He just said it. So you cannot target the expertise in your graveyard with the new spell, because the expertise isn't there yet. You can target it on the stack, but then it resolves. The spell is still on the stack, but expertise isn't, so the spell on the stack fizzled. But I definitely put a syncopate onto the stack using my expertise, targeting the expertise.
Okay, but
So
it's not
doesn't
going
it
to. I'm
get
saying it's not going to
countered?
do anything. So okay, let's make it
Well, of
simple and
course
say
it
it was
doesn't
just a
do
disallow or
anything.
something. It wasn't going to do, and that's what I'm saying. You can't counter it with a counterspell.
no,
That's ridiculous.
No,
Your wording was you can't target it.
exactly.
No, I
and we
didn't
have
say
it
that.
on record.
I didn't say that.
This is
Fake
easy
news.
game because we have a recording.
Okay, all right. No. Get stuffed. I bet you 5 boosters. You can't target a Yaheni's expertise with a syncopate out of your own hand. Well, look. Okay, whatever. Fine. Okay. You know what? This. I hope you enjoy your empty, hollow, hair-splitting victory. That is you're getting off on a mere technicality here. So
We most definitely will.
No, also like
Yeah, and that's the problem. You actually will. I know.
at least one person will definitely enjoy this the most.
It's the person
yeah.
getting the boosters?
The person
Yeah.
ends up getting 10 more of my boosters, whatever. Anyway, that's the feature match for this week, my friends, or for this month, I should say. If you liked it, then tell you what, we're always keen to hear feedback. If you've got any other ideas for anything that we should include in our video content, please let us know. The best way to do this, stacking60s.net. You can find a contact form there. And this video is made possible by our patrons. So we'd like to very much thank our patrons supporting us on patreon.com. If you'd like to become one of the members of that exalted ranks, then you can do so. Patreon. The link to our Patreon is found on our website as well. But that's just about that for this week, or for this month, or for this feature match, whatever. I'm just severely tilted about the loss I've just sustained, so whatever. It's time for me to go and cry in the shower. That is just about that. And Toffel, Jamin, we'll see everyone next time.